Hello friends, welcome back to the She Who Glows podcast. I'm doing a solo episode today and I'm doing a walking one as well, and there's a place near me called the Hills and Hollows, which is the most beautiful magical place. There's no one that really ever comes around here, so it feels like a little secret garden. And so if you're hearing birds in the background, any wind, me sniffling, I apologise, but also I just thought it'd be quite a nice thing for you to hear with the nature around as well, because I love nature, I love going on walks. So I thought rather than me just sitting down, I'm gonna chat to you on my walk with my dog today. And the thing that I felt called to talk about was how to let go of fear, or not to let fear hold you back from expressing yourself as your true authentic self, which is ultimately what we came to earth to do, I believe, to be our authentic expression of ourselves. Here she is, my dog, if you can see the video. And you know, there's so many conditioning and fears from this lifetime, but I also believe past lifetimes as well, that have held us back for years out of fear of what people will think. And you know, even in past lifetimes, whether you're a healer, whether you're a health practitioner, well-being, that's usually the people that I tend to attract, those people that are into wellness, or those people that are wanting to get into it because they've had health issues, whether that's mentally, spiritually, emotionally. It's really important that we don't let that fear get in the way, because back in the day there would be witches who were literally killed, even just women, not just witches. It's just women that were killed for being connected to God, basically. And I know some people, and I do talk about this a lot on the podcast. Gosh, I feel like I'm getting out of breath. Walking and talking, who knew that it would be tiring? God for me is connection to yourself, because I believe that we also have that God source energy within us. It's not outside of us, and that's why I don't follow religion. I follow my own path, but I am connected to divine. And so some people call it source, universe, spirit guides, higher self, whatever you want to call it, whatever feels resonant for you is perfect. And so, yeah, those people that were connected to the divine were punished for it, or even if you're just a woman at that time, because they were so fearful of the creative powers that we have. And I'm feeling called to go into the part where women are essentially the main creators of this universe, because we physically birth babies. And I know that we have to do that with a man as well. But the thing that came through to me the other day while I was doing a hypnotherapy session, my first one with this amazing woman called Helen, who's at the Health Barn in Southwell in Nottinghamshire. We exchange services for each other, and it's been lovely. And hypnotherapy was the first time that I've done that. And I've been in certain states where you feel like you're relaxed, you're in that subconscious, expanded state where you feel like you can connect deeper to your soul. And you're there like observing your ego mind, the thoughts, sensations, feelings, everything that's going on. But you're able to listen to the subtleties and get messages and visions through. Oh, there's a butterfly. And the vision, or the message that I received, was that women need to start taking radical responsibility to stop enabling things in their life that aren't making them feel good. And this resonates so much with the fear and creating and being your authentic self, because when I first awakened, I looked outwards at everything in the world. I blamed everything, everyone. I was in that victim mindset, and I'm not putting myself down for that, because I do feel like there are still things in life that I would love to be different, or I'd love to change. But everything is the way it is right now, because it's meant to be that way. And we can't possibly change everything we want to change. It's too exhausting. It runs you down into burnout. And that's what happened to me, because I so badly wanted to help people connect to themselves and feel good about themselves after me experiencing disconnection and depression and all of that. And You know, it's okay to go into that victim mindset for a moment so that you can validate yourself and see through the veil of, and see through the truth, basically, see the truth. And as soon as you still keep blaming everything around you for the way that things are, the more that you're just going to keep going in that perpetuative, what is that word I'm trying to say? Basically just repeating cycles that you don't want to keep creating and that make you feel like absolute shit, to be quite honest, to put it quite bluntly. Also, beautiful waterfall, if you can hear that. And the only responsibility that we have to make a change is with our own actions. And there's someone coming, I feel really embarrassed. So I'm just going to stop. Okay, so I just stopped the video there because someone was here and I was like, oh, I feel embarrassed, I'm just going to stop for a moment. And that's another example of the fear coming through, but also it's fine because I could stop and didn't have to continue going. Obviously, people like to do that. What's it, where you do exposure therapy, which this already is for me, just walking around in the forest talking to you guys. Never mind people walking by while I'm talking about the things I'm talking about. And that's where you have to just take the baby steps out into putting yourself out there and expressing your true self. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so taking radical responsibility is so important because if you keep enabling behavior without saying, you know, that's not right, or expressing how it's making you feel, then the universe, God, your higher self, your own self, is going to keep creating that thing in your life that you don't want to keep creating. And so no matter how much you keep saying you don't want this, you don't want that, you have to show it with your actions, because we create from the heart. Oh, sorry, I just bashed the mic then. You have to create from the heart and not the ego mind. And that's because everything works in energy in the universe, and that's how we manifest things in our life. Our heart's desires are what basically come true, not what our ego mind wants to come true. And so if I give an example of this from my perspective, it's, you know, when I was in a few relationships, and I don't blame any of my past partners that I've been with, because they reflected where I was at within my own self-worth at the time. They are good people, but there were things where I wasn't happy with how they were treating me, or I didn't get what I felt like I deserved, and that is completely my fault. And that is because I put up with what I was receiving, and I just continued to let it happen over. Yes, I expressed my needs and expressed how I felt, but I didn't change my actions. I didn't put myself first. Obviously, I had done, because I broke up with them or they broke up with me. It was just divinely intervened, or whatever you want to call it. And as long as you still keep choosing something and hoping it's going to change, or they're going to change, that's where it's going wrong. You need to turn your attention inwards so that you can look at yourself and ask yourself what you need to change. And that could be that you're inconsistent with your self-love, you're inconsistent with how you show up to yourself. It's all about a self. It's all about ourself. This whole life is a mirror of who you are, because everything is one. And I'm sorry if this is too far-fetched for people, but I'm hoping that the people listening to this are resonant with where I'm at, and if not, that's okay as well. We're all on a different journey at different points and stages of life. But it's so empowering when you're realizing that, oh, so I'm not meant to change the things around me. It's meant to help me realize who I am. It's meant to help me be me, and to create a life that I want by seeing the things that don't align with me, and seeing the actions that don't work for me, and putting myself first in that way. So taking radical responsibility of your life and stopping enabling people to treat you the way that they are if it doesn't feel aligned or right for you is the first step, basically, because as soon as you realize the power that you have within that, your life is just gonna start to create what you want to create. And for years I've been like, I'm a nice person, why is life feeling so hard and up and down and emotional and confusing? And I do believe that a lot of energy is carried from generations and past lives, but a lot of it is also our responsibility for what goes on in this lifetime. So a lot of people, and this is the reason why I'm talking about this as well, a lot of people have been talking to me and saying, how do you just put yourself out there like you do? And let me tell you, I need to just change my arm for a sec because it's hurting. Let me just tell you, hi Mags, it has been a journey, and it's not been easy to get to this place that I'm in right now. And I still have days and moments pretty much almost every day of thinking, oh my gosh, like I don't want to do that today because I'm scared of what people will think. And that is one of those situations today of doing this video. I was sat in meditation this morning and this came through of being like, you need to go and film this video in the hills and hollows to talk about expressing your authentic self and not letting fear get the best of you. And I was like, oh my God, I don't want to do that. But also I feel like my heart wants to do that. It's my head that is afraid of what people will think. And so many people look at my Instagram or YouTube with the podcast and things like that thinking that, oh, maybe she doesn't have fear, maybe she doesn't care what people think. I do. I'm not going to pretend that I don't, because that would be silly. Everyone cares to a certain extent. It's just that the mission, and for years that I have abandoned myself and people pleased other people, it's so much more worth it for me to put myself out there as who I am, but also because of the mission that I feel that I'm here for, which is to help others. Like, that is just ingrained in me. Like, I just know that I also want to help others, and that just being myself and following what my soul feels like it wants to do, or my heart, is the path forward for me. And so my why is a lot stronger than the fears that come up. And yes, there will be people that either watch this video or watch what I do on social media or in person and probably think, what the frick is she doing? Oh gosh, I'm so tired. I'm sorry, I'm out of breath. I'm gonna walk a little bit slower. And that's okay, because I have also done that to people as well. And I am not pretending that I am a saint. I have, judged other people for, I don't know, whether they did tarot card readings and now I'm obsessed with them. And oracle cards and things like that, or if they just made videos online and I'd be like, what the hell are they doing, blah blah blah. I am not going to pretend that I didn't do that, because we're all human. That's what we do, we judge. And anyone that says they don't is a liar. Anyway, so here I am, just expressing myself in the beautiful woods with my dog on a walk. And this is what feels aligned to me right now. And this is what feels doable for me as well. Doing this out in public would be absolute no right now. And so you just have to be in alignment with what feels safe for you, to not push yourself out there too far, and to also start to regulate your nervous system through somatic holistic healing practices, to delve into inner child healing, to release any emotions that are stuck in the body or energetically, so that you can start to not let the past or emotions hold you back from putting yourself out there as your true self. And I think that's all I have to say on that topic. If anyone's got any questions about it, let me know. But I just hope that this helps someone to do something that pushes them out of their comfort zone. And I don't know if anyone believes in astrology. I've always believed in God and star signs and all things like that ever since sorry, this is so bitty, that just cut out then. But basically I was just saying how I recently just stepped out of the spiritual closet of just being myself, basically, which is that remembrance that I am a spirit living in a human body in this planet, and that's how I live my life. And all these magical experiences have happened to me, and I know it's something that I'm meant to share with people so they don't feel as alone. So welcome. If you're here with me, thank you for being here, thank you for supporting me, and I'm here to support you as well on your journey. And I'll definitely be doing more of these, so if you've got any questions or topics you want me to talk about, let me know. I actually really enjoyed doing this, so yeah, thanks for listening, and I shall see you again soon.